and welcome to Weekly Notes, Week 7. First, I hope you've had a restful week and now are ready to complete the second term of the semester. Time is sure flying. This week we are studying Chapter 6, Patterns of Organization 2. And so I would like you to review. There's a couple of PowerPoints I'm going to show you. The one that comes with the book, but then there's an additional one that should prove quite useful to you. In this patterns of organization, we're including definitions and examples, comparison and or contrast, and cause and effect. I'm sure you've seen these patterns before, especially in writing, but now we're going to see them in relation to reading. So let me show you the PowerPoint so you can see what it refers to. So if you go to the week 7, you're going to see your weekly notes, and then you're going to see two PowerPoints. One of them is the regular one from the book, and then the other ones it says relationships to PowerPoint. So let's open that one. Okay, you're going to see here for some reason it's not opening as a PowerPoint, but what you have to do if yours opens like that, just go ahead and click here the download, and we are going to then open it as a PowerPoint. Okay, there we go. So relationships 2. So the first one is an illustration or example. I told you the first thing we're studying is definitions and examples. So illustration words indicate that an author will provide one or more examples. And there are several illustration words. So anytime you see any of these words, you're going to know that they're giving you an example. Here there's additional words here. And then examples including, for example, here are some sentences. So here we have definition and then examples. So that's one of the patterns of organization. So here is a paragraph that gives you examples of what it looks like. And here, when reading it and taking notes, always do two things. You can write down the key definitions and write down any helpful examples. Alright, the next one has to do with comparison, words they show similarities. So words like, and then these are all words that are going to include similarities. And there are some examples in sentences, and then words that show contrast or a difference. And here are contrast words, and here are examples in a sentence. So you have comparison and you have contrast. And then the last one we're talking about is cause and effect. And this one is where the author is explaining the reason why something happened or the result of something. And here are some cause and effect connectors with some examples, and you can have one cause and several effects, or several causes and one effects. But I want you to go ahead and look at this carefully yourself, but this is what this one looks like. The next thing I want to discuss with you is the midterm. As the syllabus indicates, you have to take the midterm this week in one of our testing centers, and the midterm counts for 10% of the grade. The midterm will be similar to the final exam, so there will be one long reading passage, about 3 or 4 pages, and questions will be based on the passage. You can prepare for the midterm by reviewing all the information on annotating, paraphrasing, summarizing, and outlining, as almost half of the exam is about performing tasks related to these skills. You'll also need to be familiar with all the patterns of organization that we had, the ones that we discussed last week, and also the ones that you are studying this week. There will be some multiple choice questions, but there's also several short essay questions. The final exam is common for all the O365 classes, both native and non-native, and so it's the same for the system. So I want to give you an idea of what the final looks like by preparing a midterm that is similar. You need to send me an email by Monday, so it's Monday, March 17th, before 11:30, so you can tell me what assessment center you would like to take the test. That way I can make sure to send the test to the center you want to go. You must go between Friday, March 21st and Monday, March 24th, closing time. I believe most centers close at 8. Um, they're also open, most of the testing centers are open on Saturday. So the test is 2 hours long, so make sure that you allot yourself that long, and you must take a valid photo ID with you, or they're not gonna allow you to take the test. If you do not send me an email, there will not be a test available for you, so it's very important that you do this. I asked you to send me an email last week and only 2 of you did it, so you're either not interested in taking the final or you didn't read my notes. Well, this time I hope you listen to this, because there are going to be no exceptions. You need to send me an email in D2L. Let me know what location, and you can choose any location. You can go to the Barker Cypress location, which is our campus. You can go to Fairbanks. You can choose Victory Center, Atascocita, North Harris, Kingwood, and so on. You decide which one is closer to your house. The next thing I want to show you is your grades, where to review my comments. I usually write comments for you, so I'm hoping that you go ahead and do that. So when you go here to your grades right here, and you go here to here are all the grades posted, you can go here to feedback, okay, and you can read comments there. Also, another place where you can read comments is if you go to, let's go back to content. If you go here to the Dropbox, no, let's go to assessments. Yeah, assessments in the Dropbox. Okay, so here. So when you find an assessment here, for example, okay, let's look at just any one, preview questions. Okay, I can't open it because it's closed. So let me see if I find one that's opened. Okay, so this one, for example. Okay, it will be here. I can't show it to you, but you can go to, down to the Dropbox, and you can find the comments right there. So when you submit something in the Dropbox, if you go back to the Dropbox, you will be able to read. You're going to click on the little box, and you're going to be able to see my comments. Let me see if I can find one that I can show you. Let me go back to my page and I'll show you. Okay, so here is one. So it's here says published. So I'm opening it now, and you're going to see that I normally write comments here under feedback. So you can read my comments as well. So go ahead and you can do that and read my comments, okay? Okay, so basically that's all that I have for you this week. If you have any questions, as always, please make sure to contact me. And I hope you've had again a great break, and that you have a good week coming back to school.